So we're talking about reason number 2 that most dream homes become a costly nightmare, and it involves 3 main factors that control costs in every custom home. The first one is the property. The second cost factor is the design of the home, and the third cost factor is the homeowner's finish selections. And these 3 things must be controlled because they control the outcome of cost across the entire process. And the problem is that homeowners don't know how to control these, so therefore they have to let other people control it for them.
And the first factor is that lot. Most homeowners don't understand how much money can be lost if the wrong design is set up with the wrong lot. There are tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes that can be lost by pairing up the wrong plan with the wrong property.
That's right, Lee. And so most homeowners don't know how to control the design. They have to let someone else control it for them. Mm-hmm. And I had a client, for example, that had a very steep mountainside lot. And she wanted this plan that I had designed. It was a wonderful plan, but I had warned her this is going to cost a lot more than you think it will because of the foundation wasn't right for the lot. Well, sure enough, the builder priced out the construction documents, and it discovered that had a $200,000 increase in the foundation cost of the home. And so we had to redesign the whole plan over again. But it was all because the homeowner simply didn't understand the cost impact of a plan, a good plan on the wrong lot.
And then the second cost factor, we've talked about the property. The second cost factor is just the design itself. Most homeowners don't realize that square footage can have different costs depending on where it is. That the first floor of a house is so much more expensive than going up or going down. So most times clients want this sprawling house, and that's fine if that's what they want. But we want them to understand what those cost implications are, and if not, sometimes costs can just get way out of whack.
That's right. And so homeowners need to know how to balance this square footage versus complexity of plan factor to homes. And so often homeowners want a big sprawling main level. And like you said, Lee, that's fine, but the square footage cost is going to go up. And so homeowners just need to be aware of how to balance the size of a home with the cost that they want to spend on building this thing eventually. And so sometimes it requires simplifying a design or reducing the complexity of it. It's just that homeowners need to understand the balancing act of their design priorities versus their budget.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, at the end of the day, we just want to have an informed client.
Right.
Somebody can make a decision that they understand, hey, if I'm going to have my house more sprawling or more complex design, more curves, more corners, more roof designs, whatever it might be, that's going to drive cost. And if that's where they want to spend their money, that's of course fine. We just want them to understand that going into it.
That's right, because design always controls cost. The builder doesn't control cost, it's always the design. And so only the homeowner can control that process with their architect. Now, again, we're not saying homeowners can't have beautiful custom homes, we do it all the time. Mm-hmm. But we help our homeowners balance beauty with efficiency. And that's where the homeowner needs to direct the architect, because architects like to be creative, which makes the cost go up. Builders like to be efficient, which can take away a little bit of the beauty. Only the homeowner can control that balance between the architect, the builder, the designs. And so homeowners need to learn these processes, need to learn these secrets to control the outcome of their dream home investment.
Mm-hmm. And then that just leads us to really the third cost factor, which is the selections. And again, an area that most homeowners really do not understand what a huge impact that their selections have on the price per square foot. And, at the end of the day, again, we want the client to get the appliances that they want or the roof that they want or whatever it might be. But we just want to make sure that the homeowner understands that making these selections will ultimately determine where that cost per square foot will be.
That's right, because only the homeowner can control costs for their home. And these finish selections are entirely within the homeowner's control because it's their emotional and personal selection. Obviously, the higher end finishes cost more. So there's a couple of solutions that we always offer. If you have a smaller home that's a simpler design, still beautiful, that actually makes room for more expensive, more high-end finishes. But a large complex design reduces the amount of nice finishes or has to reduce the quality of the home. And so the homeowner needs to learn how to direct the architect and the builder to achieve the ultimate outcome they really want. And the problem is most homeowners don't know how to do that.
And most homeowners let the architect, the builder, or the interior designer control the process. And the challenge is they don't realize that usually that leads to an over-budgeted home. And this does not have to happen. I mean, the homeowners can direct the process well enough to where design can meet budget.
That's right, because design does control every outcome here. And so if the designs are over budget, everything else is going to follow. And so we've created what we call an on-budget strategy that must be followed. It gives homeowners the information in the plan and the process to achieve the home that they want and the budget that they expect. But it must start before designs begin, before they sign any agreements, and that way the homeowner will be in control right from the start.